What up, what up? How's it going? I hope you're doing good, feeling well, and having a swell day. I am home. I don't know what to expect in these appointments. I've never been to a hearing. Well, let me break it down for you. I am seeing a hearing specialist and a speech specialist once a week each. So I have 2 appointments every week for the next 4 weeks. Recap, I had a tumor removed. Basically what happened was my tumor grew double its size in 3 days. So what was initially a little bit smaller than a quarter got bigger really fast. And because of it, it smushed all my tissue and my nerves and my muscle around the area. And so even though it's removed and it's not cancerous and I'm okay, I have a lot of problems because of where the tumor was located. It was very close to my pituitary gland. So I'm having drainage issues in the morning, particularly, not so bad at night. Just my eyes will run like I'm crying, my nose. So those are things that I can live with that aren't too bad, but I am 80% deaf in my left ear where the tumor was. It will come back. It's going to take 4 to 6 weeks to get my hearing back fully, and I do have to work with a speech therapist because there is some kind of short. It's not like a disability or anything, but my brain and my speech aren't connecting right, so I'll be saying a sentence and say the wrong word, or I jumble up my words and I go to speak and it just comes up like a stutter or just mumbled, even though I think it's coming out correctly. It just comes out like I'm speaking a weird language, and in my brain it's right, but what's coming out of my mouth is not. And I'm calling it a misfire because that's what they are calling it, and it's because my tissue was pushed back, my nerves were pinched, everything got messed up because it grew so fast. That's why the damage is so severe. So yesterday I was working with my speech therapy, and this week I have to learn Eminem songs. So don't fuck with me, okay? I don't know why. Everybody on this planet, like, I talk to people who also do, of course, I'm famous for support groups online. I found a deaf community, people who are coming back from brain damage or struggling like me because it's really hard to explain and understand. Eminem is actually a big motivator for people who are learning to speak again, or for people learning to hear. It's a challenge. Eminem is a challenge, and if you, like, I felt so good because I've been having a trouble, see, they're not matching. I'm having trouble when speaking, but I'm having trouble with male voices particularly. I feel like women, I don't know why, I'm able to separate the tones for a woman's voice better than a man's. And this may change. Like next week I might have trouble hearing women. It's just really depending on how it's fixing itself. Like my sinus stuff will go away as soon as the brain heals very slowly, and it heals in particular spots. And every spot that is healing, I might get a new problem. I might like get an eye twitch. They said I could do this. Like it really all depends. Over the next, I'm really sorry. No one is more frustrated than me. I am a communicator, and I just feel like a fucking moron because people are looking at me like, what the fuck did you just say? Like, and I'm having trouble remembering stuff. Not like memory stuff, but like I'll be doing something that I do every single day, very mundane, what was I doing? Like, it's like a short, and it's sporadically, it's not all the time. And that is also on there. It's like, I don't know what to expect because it's your brain. And I don't even think the doctors know what's going to happen to me because everyone's brain functions differently when it's responding to trauma. It is the most complex thing, but the good news, it's healing itself. And I felt so good after because I could hear Eminem. He's a male voice, and he was the first one that I could hear and separate his tones. It's not so much about what he's saying or rap in general. It's I can hear his change of tones. I can hear a full sentence, and I was like, I can hear Eminem. So Eminem was my favorite moment in all of this because one, I had to learn his lyrics and memory is really hard for me. So the fact that I could only do like you could see what was a minute of the song, if that, not even, was like 22 seconds. I don't know. That's all I could fit in my brain right now. And I felt so like, I did a whole, oh my God. It's fucking dark juju. I participated in exorcism the other day, helping. I'm a psychic medium. Don't worry, nothing's going to get through the phone to you, but they're just trying to trip me up because they think this is a moment of weakness. Every time I talk about my disability or what I'm dealing with, they fucking try to get in there. So they're just trying to kick me when I'm down, and we don't play that game here. Anyway, so I heard another male voice today. My doctor, like, not my there's a therapy appointment every week, and then there's a doctor's appointment. Actually, I'm sorry, 2 therapy appointments and a doctor appointment. The therapies are mostly through Skype because I am working with specialists out of state that can really help me learn to speak better, and we have really good communication and technology where I can just watch her through a screen, and she has captions, so I can't hear her. It's okay, I can read, which is also better in person because I don't know sign language. So sitting in the office, sometimes I'm like, can you talk closer to this ear? What I don't understand what you're saying. And when it first happened, the doctor was writing down stuff. When I first, like the day that they did the tumor and shrink, I didn't actually need surgery. They shrunk it with, I don't know what they do with the shots, but I got 3 injections and it was able to shrink it enough, and then it burst, and basically my body ate it. That's pretty cool, right? But what caused the damage was the thing growing so fast and pushing shit out of the way that messed me up. Not the actual tumor, just like like, hello, I'm here, move body parts, I need room. But I heard my second male voice today in the car after dealing with the doctor, and I was like, is that Sharon? And it was the weirdest fucking thing because remember I went on about him following me and it was that one song, and I was like, wait, because I've heard this so much, let me make sure it's not my supernova ear, because that's what I've been tripping myself up, because this ear is completely almost deaf. This ear is super amped up. I can hear a fucking pin drop on this side. It's crazy. So I have to sometimes, when I'm listening to things, is it my supersonic ear or am I hearing out of my bad ear? And I could hear Sharon and his change through Shape of You. And I didn't pick it. It was on the radio. I'm listening to an oldies station right now because I'm just so sick of the repetitive shit of the modern channels. They play the same 7 songs all day long. I can't fucking stand it. I needed a break. But this channel, I gotta figure out what it is. I like it. They play like a kind of modern song, and then they play an old song, and then they move around. I like it because I'm old now. So they play like stuff from my generation, stuff from my mom's generation, stuff from today. They have a nice mix. So maybe it's because he has more of a range. Like, I couldn't hear Justin Timberlake yesterday because he has kind of a similar, he doesn't have much, he changes pitch, but as far as hearing, it's not the same when I'm talking about pitch and singing. Like, when people talk, your voice moves up and down, and there's some of the uppers I can hear really well, and the lower stuff isn't registering. I just need to be patient. But so far, I can hear 2 male artists, and they are Eminem and Ed Sheeran, and I'm so thankful. I will never give Sheeran shit for following me around with his music. I was so happy to hear that song. I was like, I'm not even annoyed that it played again. I'm not. I'll hear this 50 more times and be fine with it. Yay.